why I am going to record an album at age 41. But what? You say, bro, that's too old. Well, should the guy who's overweight, never been to the gym at age 40, not start going to the gym and eating healthy, or is it too late? No. Why do I want to do this, though? Well, many reasons. I've always enjoyed music. I've actually shifted myself in the past year and a half to where I've actually kind of stopped listening to music because I feel, all right, I'm going to spend more of that time on guitar. Guitar is the only thing I've been consistent with in my life. Like, I've played now for about 16, 17 years, and I've been pretty consistent, and I've seen a huge progression, and it's good for something to have a discipline like that. Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't want to be a spectator anymore, or a bedroom prodigy or whatever. I like to write songs and have just developed my own style. The style I wanted to play just some hard, raunchy punk rock. I don't know why I veered towards more the acoustic and finger plucking, and just developed a certain style, maybe spaghetti western, Spanish, got some punk rock, some thrash, all whatever. And so I've been putting these songs on YouTube lately, and they're all freestyle. So I just know like a little melody or a little riff or progression I wrote a few years early, and then I just have been trying to just put, instead of sitting down writing lyrics to it, because I'm not naturally inclined to that vocal harmony, I'm just doing it as is, and it's all freestyle. So I do need to commit to actually writing it down, and then that will be done. But now that I have an iPad, I could utilize the GarageBand. I'm not going to the studio doing anything in that. I want it to be free, and I don't want it to make I have probably 4 albums worth, maybe even more worth of stuff. But just coming in on like, okay, which one, and it's probably 4 different albums of different genres and a little mixture. So I don't know if I'm just gonna just put them out and just let it be a single thing. I don't know, but it's never too late, y'all. Stop being, I say this all the time, stop being spectators and start participating, man. Whatever your escapism is, if you like to watch movies, not just to just be background noise or whatever, but if you actually like it, try writing a script, try making little movies. I don't know, that's how people did, that's how the people you enjoy did it. Doesn't matter if it does anything. You can say, oh wow, this is something I've spent so much time digesting, why not create? I've spent years just obsessing over music and like just studying the history of the bands, and learned about a lot of underground crazy stuff just by that, going to record stores or whatever. And I'm not no gatekeeper or anything. Oh, I'm gonna hide this, or I'm the only one that could like this. Some people are really weird about that. That's why I'm doing this by myself. I don't care if I have to do the drums, the program, I don't care. I generally find musicians to be insufferable, no offense to y'all, and I don't want to wait on someone else or have someone completely change the alchemy of what I have. And I just figure, oh, doesn't matter, I'll just do it myself. Hey, Bob Dylan wrote great songs. I could write great songs, but he wasn't a great singer. I don't know if I'm a great singer. I can't say I'm not, because I've never really put my effort fully into it. But that's something that I am going to do. I have been working towards. I'm not just saying, this is kind of like internet hold me accountable, but I have actually been working towards this, and gonna home it in and set more of a consistent schedule. I think I've just been doing like direct stationary microphone like this, or on the iPad, messing around with a few tracks that I think sound pretty cool. But it would do me well to probably get like a wireless mic at least, or something, just something cheaper where it can capture the sound better. I'm kind of not an articulate person when it comes to recording or even pedals and stuff. I can think I'm just going to start this off simple with acoustic and just mess around with the keyboards on the setting on the GarageBand. And what I've done so far with that, I've kind of really liked. I like the certain 80s synthesizer, gives that really cool dreamy 80s vibe to it, which I believe 80s is the best music. But so I'm sure that will be partial inspiration for what I'm doing. But there's nothing holding me back from doing that, you know? Why not? Why not at age 41? Why not at age 50, 60? Why not make a movie? Why not get that motorcycle if that's your heart so desires? Why not write that book? Why not make these videos? We're in a consumer nation, guys, a consumer society, and we just consume. Everything's app driven and everything, and we're distracted, and we're not working towards our own goals or ambitions, or we may not have any because we're so trapped in the escapism. And if I had one mission on here, or suggestion, or whatever, motivation, whatever you want to call it, it would be getting everyone to stop spectating so much and stop gathering information or just escapism and actually start creating something. Every single person, God made every single person. God was the ultimate creator, and it's all in our DNA to also create, you know. And this goes beyond the art. Like, this can go into cooking, into whatever, man. I mean, I had a weird friend, he liked beer so much he started brewing his own. I mean, that's whatever, it made him happy. But I give him that. At least, as destructive of a force as alcohol is, he at least stopped spectating and began to participate. So that's why I am going to do it for you all. That's why I'm going to record it, is for you all. Do I want to become famous? No. Make money? Probably not. If I did, that would be great. But if I don't care. I don't count on it. But I'm doing it for you all to show. I'm doing a few things I want to do in this channel, Death Coach Syndicate. It's not just guitar videos and talking and stuff. There's layers to this. I don't have a certain niche. I have a bunch of them. I do some music history. And my best videos have such little views on here, which is fine. You know, there's certain people that do engage with them. It's like, oh, they get it, you know. And, you know, maybe I need to change my approach and do editing and more well thought out scripting instead of just impulsively doing it like I always do. I don't know, maybe not. That's probably how I am. But anyway, that's why it's for you all. I'm gonna say that again. I'm recording it for you all, because just to show you, hey, I've been waiting this whole time on this train thinking, oh, I'm gonna find the right people to jam with or record with, or the right opportunity. Or even at one point I had like 57 guitars, the right guitar to get, you know, and none of that matters. And I learned in all that is collecting is still my best guitars I refer to are the cheapest ones. I believe in starting with where you're at. That's why I did all those videos up until 2 weeks ago on my iPhone 11 that was cracked. Because should I have stopped that stopped me from doing videos just because it's a antiquated phone? No, not at all. So in this case right here, it's just for you all. I don't care but maybe somewhere down the line someone can see that and be like, wow, I've always wanted to record. And I want to show the whole process of it too. And it's not going to be perfect. I don't strive on my standards when it comes to music and perfection. I'm more of an visual guy, like the old blues and stuff. I like that. You listen to the old blues, even the ones that are on professional records. You hear how off beat, off time signature it gets, and they just bring it on back, you know? That's the kind of stuff I like, because there's not pressure there, and there's authenticity to that. Doesn't mean that some people that are disciplined like that, it's just your style, it's not me. I want something that I'm gonna make something that's gonna be collectively sound good. I want it to be fun. There probably some angst there. I don't want to make sad bastard music, that's for sure. I've noticed I could write a lot of melodies that sound sad, but I don't really want to say anything sad to reinforce anyone's already negative emotions in this world, you know? I guess there's a time and place for that, but I veer away from that personally. But my millennials, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write some millennial themed songs. I'm gonna bring some nostalgia there. Just kind of, I want to create something like before things were crazy, you know? Before this AI came around, before this pop, before this bro metal, before this, just some of this music that may have the sound and the melody, but it's lacking the soul. And that's why I need to do it. I'm gonna do it for y'all. Anyway, y'all have a good day.